Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Chanel. Welcome to Chanel's Corner. Thank you for joining me in my corner today. As you can see the topic, I'm going to be talking about my experience during and after I got the corona/COVID virus. So let's begin. I know you're gonna enjoy this content, so go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. This is everything about Chanel but fitness, family, food, friends. I want to talk about my experiences when I had COVID. So the day that I found out that I had COVID, I actually had a photo shoot that day. And no, I did not go to the doctor's office. That's something that everyone asked me. To be honest, I saw no real relevance in going to the doctor's office because all I've been hearing off of social media and just off the news is that you go to the doctor's office, they stick something in your nose or they take your blood or whatever method of diagnosing you with the virus causes, they just tell you to go home. And if I'm just going to be a statistic, I might as well just take my time and my energy, even though I don't have a lot of energy to begin with, and not go to the doctor's office. If they weren't providing any upfront treatment, if they weren't providing anything that I didn't know to do already, then I would have found it more beneficial to go to the doctor's office. It was a Sunday, and I was not feeling weird at all the day before. So Saturday, I was completely fine. Sunday, I woke up and I had a really bad headache. Upon this headache, I started to develop a migraine. So there is a difference between a headache and a migraine. Light became sensitive. My mouth became really, cotton mouth because I wasn't hungry because I had a headache and I wasn't drinking enough water. But I was very determined to head to this photo shoot because I was very excited. If you don't remember what that photo shoot was, here are a couple of photos of that. It was amazing. Shout out to my videographer, Carl. He's amazing, and photographer. I love him. And so I went to the shoot feeling horrible as possible. It was about a 15-20 minute drive, and by the time I got to my destination, which was a hotel downtown in Oklahoma City, I was just done. The concentration and drive over to the hotel was enough to drain me. I was literally on, I would say 90%. So what I did, because I arrived a little bit early, because I'm a very punctual person, I set an alarm for about 10-15 minutes, and I was gonna give myself 30 minutes to actually prepare for the photo shoot. But because I needed to take a break, I gave myself 15 minutes because I needed to regroup in the car. Mind you, this was around, I would say, in the summertime before I left for Mexico. And yeah, it was hot in the car, so I didn't even care. I rolled my windows up, I parked near a tree so that I had shade, and I went to sleep for 15 minutes. Did I wake up better? No. I woke up almost worse. I guess the virus had settled in, but I woke up worse than I did when I went to sleep. But I was, again, super pumped. I got up, I got my stuff, I headed into the hotel, and we killed this shoot. The shoot probably lasted around 2.5 hours. It would have lasted 3 hours, but I was like, Carl, I can't do this. I gotta go home. I'm hungry. I have a headache. This fake smiling, these different 1,000 poses we have to do, these changes of clothes, it's wearing on me. Packed up my stuff. He helped me to my car, gave me a hug, fist pump. I'll see you next time. And again, I drove like all the way home. Like, this is the chair and this is the steering wheel. I was just like sleep, like just relaxing my head and then just driving. And it sucks because he didn't have any ibuprofen or anything to help us settle the migraine at any point. So it was just building and building and building. So when I got home, I started to get really, really hot. It was either that day or the day after. But I know when I got home, I immediately took everything off. I didn't even unpack, and I just went straight to sleep. So the next day being Monday, it was official because again, I woke up feeling the exact same way. And the first day was the worst. So I woke up that following Monday. I could not teach class, and I didn't for 2 weeks. And I started to, in addition to my migraine, I got really, really hot. I lost my smell and taste on about the third day. I could not stop coughing. And that was about it. Those are the top 4 symptoms that I experienced. And I just handled it myself. I had to postpone and cancel all of my personal training sessions. I was unable to go to class. I was unable to go teach class. So I just chilled for my whole 14 days. At that time, it was told to quarantine for 14 days, not 10 days. So after about the 6th day, I started to feel a little bit better. My no taste, no smell started to be a little bit stronger, and it ended up being one of the last symptoms to go, along with me being very, very hot. During that time, I was very aggravated and frustrated because you know how you get so hot and you can't take off any more clothes. The only option is freaking like getting a knife and opening yourself up and letting the cool air on, because by that time I was naked. I had all the fans on. It was hot outside, so the AC was on, and I was so hot still that I developed heat hives on my back. I didn't really know that was a thing, except if you're like in super high heat during exercise or any athletic activity, and you get almost onto the point to a heat stroke. I felt like I was that hot. I didn't necessarily know my temperature, but I know it was definitely over 102 because I developed heat hives. You don't get that being regularly hot. I had no taste, so then my appetite went down, because who wants to eat when they can't enjoy it? I had a can of chicken noodle soup that my mom came over here in a freaking SWAT bag and covered it up. I think she left it at the door. She didn't even come in, just let me know she was here and dropped it off and handed it to me and wished me luck. But I had opened the can for the chicken noodle soup because I had been taking in my fluids, my amino acids, having a little bit of recovery things that I got it from Spark. Shout out to Spark, I love it. And I opened up, poured it in a bowl, was kind of excited to have it, some type of consistency. And I got the spoon, put it in my mouth, ate the chicken soup, and I spit it out. I spit it out my mouth because I'm like, is this old? It tasted so old. And so I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I think you accidentally gave me some old chicken noodle soup. She's like, I didn't give you no old chicken noodle soup and blah, blah, blah. And it comes to find out that all I tasted was the can. My taste buds were like gone. They're diminished. Like I only tasted interesting properties. It was either salt, sweet, or bitter. And with the chicken noodle soup, it was salty and bitter, and I literally felt like I was eating the can, and I could not take it. I could not take it. It's really hard to think about something else when you're tasting something else. So I could have eaten it trying to think about chicken noodle soup, but I haven't had chicken noodle soup in a while, so it was really hard to kind of imagine what it tastes like. It was just horrible. So I went back to my shakes, I went back to my amino acids, I went back to my fruits and vegetables. As far as smoothies, I was really not hungry. The first thing that I did have was some chicken from Chick-fil-A. And I also had a chicken Alfredo pasta from Fazoli's, I believe it's called, as my taste buds tried to come back around day 8. Well, around day 7, because around day 8, I was completely fine. I was still hot. My cough was going away. And along with being super hot, not being able to taste or smell anything, my cough lasted forever. Like, I coughed for no reason. I coughed when I sat there. I coughed when I drank. I coughed when I sneezed. I coughed when I got up. I coughed when I ate. I coughed when I was just sleeping. And it wasn't like a subtle cough. It was coughing like it was trying to cough something up. But it wasn't coughing anything up because there wasn't any mucus in my lungs. It was just a cough. Like, I never spit up anything. I didn't have a snotty nose. I didn't have any sinus issues. It was just a cough. So my body was fighting off something through its lungs, and my cough lingered for 2 months. 2 months after I was cleared of that virus. And no, I did not go to the doctor's office to get cleared for it. If I didn't go to it to get checked for it, I'm not gonna go there to get non-checked for it.
Again, all they're gonna tell me is, okay, nice pat on the back, good luck out there, just become another statistic.
Again, there was no cure, there was no vaccine, there was really nothing. So I saw no point of wasting my time to go to the doctor's office. But back to the point, the cough was horrible. It lasted for a very long time. Obviously nowadays it's very embarrassing to cough because everybody thinks you have everything. People forget that you can still get regular sick. There's still cold, there's still the flu, there are still allergies. People just assume that you have the virus, and it got very interesting and annoying at some point. But I made sure to keep that cough to myself because I didn't want that extra attention, nor did I want to get aggravated or have the extremists be like, oh God, like scoot back when I'm already like 20 feet away from you. So I tried to cover that up as much as possible. And then obviously trying to hold in a cough, that's a cough from hell. It hurts. So I definitely coughed it up when I got back to my car. I definitely continued to have my mask on, and I had to switch up my mask more often when I was coughing just because I felt like the particles that I cough in my mask, I don't want to put back on the next day because I feel like at that point it's like bacteria. And I did develop some type of masky. Again, if you've seen other videos, it's either from the hormones from my new birth control, from the aftermath of coronavirus, or the mask of me coughing. But either way, my skin has gone back to normal between the African black soap and hydrating and getting my diet back on track. But on the other hand, the aftermath of it, as you heard all of the during process and the symptoms, it was the worst. I've never had the flu before, but it was not a good experience. Prior to that, one thing that I can say that I got from it was a benefit and improvement in my lung capacity. And what I mean by that is I would be on the treadmill for 40 minutes and I would not get tired. Like, my lung capacity to breathe in and breathe out was so sufficient and so effective. Like, I literally ran. That's the only thing I did. After 14 days of no exercise and working out, I was very anxious to get to the gym, but I wanted to start off slow. So running and jogging is the easiest thing that I can do for my athletic type. So I started jogging 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 25, 30, let's do 40. I could have did probably an hour if I really wanted to, but I didn't want to do so much to be so sore with between my shins and the soles of my feet. And you know, a total body movement takes a toll. And I think my triceps were sore as well, but I could have ran to the moon and been completely fine. That's how amazing my lung capacity was. And I don't know why it did that, but if you think about it, it is a virus. It does change some type of makeup in your body. It does alter your body in a way. I'm not saying that, don't quote me, I'm not a doctor, I'm not into this, I don't look into it, but coming from my experience, my lung capacity, my stamina, and my endurance when it comes to jogging, I did not say conditioning, I did not say being a sprinter, I said a good subtle 6.5 miles per hour jog was amazing. I definitely milked the heck out of that experience and result of the coronavirus that I got. And it still lingers today. And I just love it. So the only thing that's keeping me not from running is that the fact that my feet hurt sometimes because I don't have the best running shoes because I didn't run and I don't run. But prior to that now, I am 100%, minus the superpower that I got for jogging a long time. My health is better. I feel like because I got it, my immune system is stronger. I was introduced to new substances and supplements such as the amino acids from Spark. I got a good little break for 14 days. I only needed a week, but out of respect for making sure that it was out of my system and out of respect for just taking a break and having a reason to be off for an extra 7 days was something that I personally chose to do. That was the overall experience that I had dealing with this. And I do understand, even though I've never had the flu, I do understand how if you were in worse conditions, such as you had pre-existing conditions or lung disease or condition or just health conditions overall, I can definitely see how this can affect you into either chronic issues or complications and even to death. So prayers and hats off to those who are now resting in heaven and resting in peace wherever they are who have fallen because of this situation that we have going on. I thank God it didn't hit me that hard, but I also am grateful that I'm in the mindset and the business of health. Okay, I am creating a preventive method in my life. Health and taking care of yourself is a preventive tactic against viruses and bacteria, against diseases and conditions, diabetes, heart failure, high blood pressure. That is what health is. It's a preventive measure. You do not take care of yourself after the fact of having something. Your body is strong and can handle it. You just have to give it the tools and the resources of healthy food, water, exercise, fresh air, and mentally being stable. Take care of yourself from the inside out. I don't know how many times I can preach this. From the inside out. Who cares what you look like with makeup on? Who cares what designer belt that you have on? You're still ugly, you're still broken if you don't take care from the inside out, because that eventually will nice and reflect on your skin exactly how you look and feel on the inside. Just do yourself a favor, okay? Do yourself a favor and take care of yourself starting today, because the way these years have gone, who knows what else could happen, who knows where life is taking us as far as in the United States and around the world. Always be prepared from the inside out, because battles do not stop inside and out. I hope this was an eye-opener to how the virus can touch you in various ways. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please like, please share, and please comment below what you thought of this video. And until then, I'll see you next time, guys. Mwah. Stay safe out there.